Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're doing good. So I'm on for my last project for April and the theme Life Within the Seed for Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft. So as you can see in front of you, I decided to do a couple of little golden book journals. Now I've been wanting to do these for about a year now. I did break up some to do for Christmas and never got around to it. So when I saw the Garden Grove papers from Bo Bunny that were in this month's kit, I knew they were perfect for this. So thank you so much, Vera. I had heaps of fun making these. So the Bo Bunny papers are on sale for the month of April, and then there were chosen products that I used to decorate these as well. So I'll show them to you just to remind you, because if you want a bargain, go grab them now. So I used the Deco Art Dimensional Effects texture paste. And I used that together with the Kaiser Craft Flower Bunch mini designer stencil. Absolutely love that. I grabbed some washi tape, which is lawn grass. That's Aunty Vera's washi tape. I used a whole heap of the Santoro leaf ribbon. Love that too. I cut out lots of little bunnies with the Impression Obsession dies. Little bunnies and tufts of grass. They were great to decorate things with. And the Lawn Fawn outside in Easter egg stackable dies. They're a bit messed up in there, but I had a whole heap of fun with them. If you have been looking at my other blogs, you would have seen the eggs that I made and decorated with these, and you'll see them in some of the journals as well. So all of those products are on sale for the month, but I did also grab a few other bits and pieces from Aunty Vera, which I've also used in these journals. It's Impression Obsession again with a basket die, and I thought what better thing to put some eggs in than a basket, so I had fun with that. And I grabbed another washi tape, which I think is called Cheap Cheap. Very cute. So I used those as well. Okay, so check out the blogs of the other ladies that have been making projects also in April, and then go and check out Aunty Vera's site. If you look up under the themes, you'll be able to see all the products that we've chosen that are all on sale. All right, let's get into these. Which ones to start with? I might start with, I'll start with a Home for a Bunny first. So as you can see, it's just the little golden book cover. I've done a fabric spine. I'll widen the spine. This one's about 1.5 inches. Now there is also a process video on how I made these for you to look at as well. So keep an eye for that. And it's the first time I've done the button spine. So I had these really nice buttons. I remember finding them secondhand and thinking, oh, I don't really like them, but I'm glad that I kept them because they go with this really well. And that's the back. So I've just added a bit of lace here and there. Just move this one out the way a bit. So I sewed a whole heap of ruffles. I do messy ruffles, but yeah. But I like it because when you close the book, you get this sort of fluffiness on the edge, which is really cool. And my pages are pretty short because I did cut them down and then put them back together with paper hinges. So I kept all the pages from the original book and I put them back in order so you can still read the story. I love the colours on this, and the Bo Bunny pages I thought went really well. There's one there. So yeah, I thought that matched really nicely there. And then this is some of the leaf ribbon, and this is the stencil with the texture paste, and I've just watercoloured over the top. I couldn't stop doing that. I had so much fun with it. So this is some of the paper from the Bo Bunny Garden Grove collection as well that I've just backed with some journaling space there. And it just slips in that little tuck. So I used all my offcuts of the papers. So I used them all as pages, and then used the offcuts to make little tucks and pockets. So I've got some graph paper. I have a whole heap of coloured paper that I got from the second-hand shop, so I utilised a lot of that between both the journals. I love how the blue goes with the blue there. I used some of the ribbons that I've been collecting. So more beautiful ruffles. Graph paper. Then I've got a paper bag here, and in there, that's another journaling card made from one of the beautiful Garden Grove papers. Love that one. And that's the back, so I didn't bother putting any paper on there because you can write over that quite easily. More of the beautiful paper. You can see how the colours really go well with this little golden book. The colours on that and the ruffles and everything all goes together really nicely, and it's so spring themed. So I left that one just blank because I love the butterflies there, and it's a nice journaling spot. Just some airmail paper. It's a writing pad that I had that I thought matched with the Bo Bunny papers. The other side of the airmail paper. So that's another offcut. That's like a Franken tag where I've just collared a whole lot of scraps and that. And I made this a while ago and I just like the colour of it to go in this pocket. So that's the other side of the beautiful butterfly page. That's the other side of the paper bag. Just some ribbon that's made a little belly band, and this is just some note paper that I had, so I've just clipped that in so it doesn't fall out. So there's a lot of writing space in this one, but I've kept it quite colourful. Some more ribbon. So this you would have seen in my first project video for the month for Aunty Vera. I used the egg dies, and cut out a card. And then I used the texture paste and the stencil again to create the front of it, which I love. So I've pinned that in. More of their beautiful Bo Bunny papers. Just love them. So I used offcuts here with my circle punch just to make a little tuck there. And then I made a little journaling card with another offcut, and I used the beautiful basket die there. And then just used some secondhand Prima flowers that I found. Stack them in the basket. So you can do so much with the basket. It doesn't just have to be Easter themed, you know, it works well with flowers or whatever you want in there. So that turned out nice. While I sewed ruffles, I also just glued together some fabric flips with the leftover bits and pieces. So all the pages are second hand except for the kit pages. So there's some blank music paper, botanical book page, letter paper, beautiful kit page again. And now that tag you would have seen in, I think it was my second project for Aunty Vera this month. I made that tag. So that fits in here nicely too. That was with the chipboard elements, which was another one of the product. That should be on sale as well. So some more secondhand papers. Just love the colours, so you can see how it all matches together so well, the blues and the greens and the pinks and that. So this is another beautiful botanical and bird page that I found in a book that I thought the colours went really well. Fabric scrappy, a cluster, whatever you call them. Now there's another one of the Bo Bunny Garden Grove pages with an offcut there and some lace, and then I had some Easter gift bags, so I had to cut it down a bit, so I did it with some fancy scissors, and that just sits in there so people can journal little letters and stick them in there if they want, or take it out and use it for something else. I tried not to stick too much onto the pages because I wanted that whoever ends up with this to be able to move things around and do what they want with it and journal a lot if they want to. So a lot of the stuff I either clipped in or just put into the pockets. So there's some more of the beautiful ribbon and just little note paper that I stuck in that little pocket. Now here I've just paper clipped in this bag. It was some gift wrap that someone gave to me. And I love the colours on it and the theme, the flowers and the bees and that. So I made it into a little bag, a little pocket, and I put some of the Centauro ribbon there, which matches really nicely. And then I had a bit more note paper, which I slip into the bag, if I can. And then I just clipped that onto the page. Now this was part of my second project for Aunty Vera as well, where I made beautiful Easter cards. So that fits really nicely into this offcut of the Garden Grove papers. Love the papers. So I think this is a great way to use them up. I used heaps in this. So I don't have much. A couple of little tiny bits of paper left now after this month. And that's the end. So that's the first one. So I thought that's, if you're bored and don't know what to do, grab a couple of golden books, sit down with the kids and make yourself one, and then help the kids make one as well. So we'll have a look at the one that's sort of like would be good for the kids. So this is the Golden Egg book. So I've put some secondhand Prima flowers on there, another fabric scrappy. It's a 2-inch spine because I've got 3 signatures in this one. And I had all these buttons. I was gifted some of them, and then I think I got some secondhand. So, but they're so colourful and the colours match the, you know, the cover. They're not my favourite colours, orange and yellow and all that, but I had heaps of fun with this and I think it looks really good. So I found some really cool fabric to put on there as well with the buttons. Turned out pretty good. So this one doesn't have as many of the Garden Grove papers in it because most of them suited the Home for a Bunny journal better. But it does have, I think, 2. But I have used more of the other product that I got in this one. So again, I've done a whole heap of ruffles. They're all in the same fabric, and I love this one because they poke out a bit and they're really furry. This book's like from the 70s, so it's quite old. So this is a book page, this one, and it just had a little bit of a leaf or something sticking up there. So I used some of the beautiful lawn grass washi tape down the bottom there. Nice effect. So beautiful page that is. So if whoever wants to journal, they can always cover this up and use it as a little journaling spot there, or put another little picture there. So again, there's the basket die with some of the little egg dies that I cut out, or die cuts I should say. And then I punched with my punches the circle and that, and put them on some ribbon. And this is a little tuck spot for these little tickets that I've had in my stash for ages. I've got a whole roll of them somewhere. So again, the story is all in order. Some vellum. It's really nice, the brightness of it. This is the other washi tape, the cheap. So it goes really good with the yellow on that page. It's nearly blinding me. Now this is another Easter gift bag, which I cut down because it was a bit long, and I just stuck the bottom up so it creates a little tuck there. And this is one of the projects that I made in my first blog for Aunty Vera, and you can see it has the rabbit die cuts and the like tufts of grass that come with the rabbits, and the egg as well. So yeah, I did heaps of eggs and rabbits. And inside there I've made this journaling spot, and that was just with a blank journaling card that I had that had these lines on it. And that's another gift bag that I got from Aldi or somewhere, and I just cut the picture out and then put some, I think it's cardstock and lace up the top. And then I've got some more of the cheap down the bottom, and another one of my decorated eggs. So that turned out really cool. So that just slips into this bag, which I clip on there. It's another beautiful page. It was hard to use these pages. I tend to hoard them out of a second-hand book, but this was a great project to use them in. Other side of the vellum. I love the rabbit. Graph paper. I love the rabbit there, all excited. That's from a different book that I have, but it seemed to go really well with this. So this is the first page from the Garden Grove papers. Love it. And I sort of picked the two that were more the yellows and oranges and that to put in this one. So I've used an offcut to create a little tuck here, and I've put one of the eggs in there. This egg I actually used, I covered it with the paper that I used to paint the eggs on. I just loved the colours on that so much, so I die cut that as well. I made an egg out of that, and I love the colour, so it fits in there nicely. And just a bit of note paper. A botanical book page. Some yellow sort of graph paper that someone gave me. Some vellum, and I love this vellum. It's got little daisies on it, so you can see them when it's over the either page. This is another paper bag, and in there I've used an offcut of the Garden Grove paper, and that's just a little journaling card as well, and I've just used some of my ribbon on the bottom of it and some lace as a tab. This is another one of the gift bags, which I really like the paper on it, so I cut it open to use as pages. And in the middle you can see where I've tied the signature in, and I've used a couple of your little die cut bunnies as little dangles. It's the other side of the paper bag, a bit more ribbon there. So there's a fabric flip in this one as well. They're not the colours that I'd usually put together, but they did work for this one. Some more of my ribbon. So that's the last card that I made in my second project for Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft. That one I've just slipped over the top of the page, so it can be taken out and used or moved. I had so much fun with this month's kit and chosen products. So there's the other beautiful Garden Grove paper that I used in this one. As you can see, again, it's got the oranges and the yellows, which went really well with this golden book. And there's another one of my decorated eggs, so they can be journaled on. And a bit of note paper that I found. Another Easter bag, and this has this was made as in my first project, so it's another one of the die cut eggs that I turned into a card. And I used the die cuts, put a little one in the middle of the big one to make the frame, and then it's got some of the Santoro ribbon, a couple of the bunnies. I've added little tails and eyes on them for that one. And then a little egg and even a bit of the washi tape in the background. Love the way that one turned out, very cute. Some painty papers that I was given. Get that out of there. Some more painty papers. There's some more of the greaseproof paper that I used to paint the eggs on. I just love the texture and the sound of it. It's very tactile. It's the other side of the bag. Now this one I have stuck down at just the bottom of the base here, so it creates a little tuck spot, and I've stuck a couple of my yellow tickets in there. And I also stuck a few on the base because it had, you know, a bit of writing there, so I just covered that over. Some beautiful bunny face ribbon, and that's the last page of the gorgeous Garden Grove collection there. Bit bit of offcut, and then I've used some offcut to make another journaling card, and with this one I put one of the eggs that I decorated on there and a bunny. Oh, now the egg already had the washi tape and the bunny, so I added washi tape to the bottom of the journaling card so it looks like it's sort of, you know, it's hard to see, it blends in really nicely, the egg there. And then I used the gorgeous Centauro ribbon for the flower stems, and then I punched some flowers and butterfly, and I cut the bunny out of the end of the strip that you cut off of your scrapbooking paper. So that made a really nice cute journaling card to slip in. And that's the end of that one. So that was heaps of fun making those. Thank you so much, Aunty Vera, for the kit this month. A lot of fun, really bright and cheerful, just what we all need at the moment. So yeah, go check out everyone's blogs, see what they're all using, and then go to the shop and grab yourself a bargain. Take care everyone, and I will see you again soon with another project. Bye.